Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Salt Lake City's Arbor Day Tree Festival, and welcome to the launch of our new Keep Your Cool tree watering outreach campaign. My name is Tony Goliath, and I'm the urban forester for Salt Lake City. I want to begin by just thanking everyone who's here to join us today on an important day where we celebrate not only trees and the benefits that they provide, but also community leadership and the role that that plays in making sure that we have a wonderful forest. Our city would not be the city that we know and love without its beautiful trees. And our trees could not have become the beautiful forest that we enjoy and rely on without community leaders. So I especially want to celebrate community leaders today as we celebrate Arbor Day and our trees in general. Now, I'm grateful that there's a number of community leaders here today, and it's because of leaders like them that we have a comfortable forest to make our home right now. And it's because of leadership like this that future generations will enjoy that same benefit that we do. And this is not an overstatement. Leadership is integral to our urban forest's success. Now, in just a few minutes, or moments rather, Mayor Aaron Mendenhall and Councilmember Dan Dugan are going to kick off our Arbor Day Festival. But before we do, I want to just take a brief moment to share a little story of our urban forest and something that makes it kind of unique. First of all, we do live in an urban forest, and this forest is yours. It's each and every one of yours, and it's uniquely yours. You are the ones to get to breathe the air that the forest puts out and cleans. You are the ones that find comfort and peace of mind in the shade and beauty of our forest. And the question, comes to mind. I mean, what would Salt Lake City be without its trees? And I don't ask this question rhetorically. I think it's a question that if we are to make sure that we don't take our beautiful forest for granted, we have to ask that question fairly regularly. So what would this place be like? I mean, in the summer, temperatures on roofs and on paved roadways reaches 150 degrees. In any season, we could end up with winds that are strong enough to literally blow you down. And then we have years and seasons where we have enough precipitation to turn our streets into streams and our parks into ponds, and let alone our air quality, right? I mean, I read a while ago that the air quality now in Salt Lake City is actually considerably better than it was 50 years ago, and I don't know about anybody here, but my lungs aren't convinced of that. I think we still have a lot of work to do when it comes to air quality. But trees are the answer, or a part of the answer to all of these problems that we face. And they're the answer to so many more challenges. If we're willing to listen and if we're willing to participate in growing our urban forest. So I think that the most important thing to know on this Arbor Day is that this forest is here because of leadership and because of people like all of the people that are here today. And I would like to challenge each of them to continue to lead and share about our urban forest so that future generations will take on that same responsibility. And with that, I'll pass it on to Mayor Aaron Mendenhall.
Thanks, Tony. Thanks, Tony. Thanks, Urban Forestry. Thank you, Park Rangers. Thank you, everybody. Community, our Love Your Block is out here. We've got My Hometown showing up, city council people. I feel like I want to turn the podium around and talk to you because I know you love trees as much as I do. And I love what Tony just said about this urban forest relying on community leaders. The West Side is full of community leaders. Every neighborhood has community leaders in it on the west side of Salt Lake. And part of what we're here to launch with our Keep Your Cool campaign is that these trees belong to all of us. They're purchased with public dollars, they're planted with public dollars and volunteerism. And in parks, they're watered with public dollars. But when they're outside of your house on your park strip, they're still all of our trees, but you need to help water them. If your neighbor gets a new tree, let's make sure as a community that that tree gets a bucket of water every week or 2 weeks in the hot parts of the season. Trees are worth the investment of water. They're incredibly efficient with the water that they're given. And the benefits that we reap from them being watered and growing are so numerous, from decreased costs at the house that gets to be in their shade on their HVAC bills, the walkability of an area, the air pollution that's cleaned, and the oxygen that's produced in an area, the beauty of an area. The list goes on and on. Those benefits are totally worth the water that they get. But our outcome today, our hope here, is that more people in Salt Lake City say, yes, I want a tree and I'm going to help take care of it. These are our trees and they rely on us. Arbor Day was created in 1872, Councilmember Dugan tells me. And so for some 25 years before Arbor Day was created, Salt Lakers were planting trees already. So there was a generation of trees that existed here by the time Arbor Day was founded. And we have been reaping the benefits of those Mormon pioneers planting trees. Some of those trees still live in this city. But it is our duty now to plant those trees and keep it going in perpetuity. This is our 4th year of planting 1,000 trees on the west side. And that is in addition to almost 1,000 trees planted citywide. And so cumulatively this year we will be breaking over 8,000 trees planted in Salt Lake City since the year 2020. That's phenomenal. And it's the biggest leap forward in tree planting that we've seen in decades in the city, where before that we were basically stagnant. We were losing as many trees as we were planting. So thanks for the work you do every single day to keep our trees alive, but please think about them in a communal sense. And the trees we're putting in today and the ones we'll be planting going forward have a name tag. It says keep your cool on the front, and if you turn it over you're going to find out what that tree's name is and how much water and how often it's needed, with a little QR code to help anybody show up and take care of our trees. Thanks for turning out today. I'm ready to get my hands dirty, but first we're going to turn it over to Councilmember Dugan.
Great to be here. Thank you very much. Years ago, my brother used to always tell me to remember my ABCs. And when I saw this message of keep your cool, I always remembered back to my days when he would say, remember your ABCs, always be cool. And I loved it. So thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, crew, for all this work. I appreciate that. The mayor said it very well, because that's pretty much what I was going to say here today also. It's great to celebrate this urban forest, and it's wonderful to reflect on the how this forest became a reality, and our affinity for the trees and our reliance on the trees. We did the hard work years ago, and we're benefiting from all that hard work, and it's a truly impressive forest. And we truly need our trees to make our quality of life that much better. And I also want to say is that as much as we care for our trees, the trees will care for us. It's a symbiotic relationship, it's a give and take, and it's beautiful. And the care that we need and to do is quite simple. Just water the trees. Just water. It's very easy. So we have the power to make it the city healthier and more comfortable by participating in that simple pleasure of watering your trees. So thank you very much. To keep your cool and just water. Have a great day. Thanks.
All right, everybody, and with that, I think we're ready to kick off our Arbor Day celebration. Just a few brief instructions here. There's a lot of great stuff going on here. We're going to have demonstrations of tree pruning by arborists at a rope and saddle in just a few minutes, and then a few minutes down the road, we're going to have a tree climbing demonstration, which nobody's going to want to miss. If you haven't seen these guys climb trees just using ropes and some very cool equipment, you're going to want to see that. But We also have a heck of a lot of trees to plant here today. So I want anyone who's interested to stop by our booth over here. We'll give you a tree, or we'll point out a tree to you, we'll give you a shovel, and you all can get working on that. I and my team will be around to help, and the mayor will probably plant like 10 trees herself. So, and don't forget, there's swag, there's food. Anyone can get a ticket to the hot dog truck over here that gets you a meal and a drink. And don't hesitate to ask for these yard signs. Urban Forestry will drop them off at your house if you tell us where you live and tell us that you want one. So everybody, thanks for coming, and have a wonderful day.